Proud parents, and most importantly, the graduates of 2019. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand here today to welcome you all to this momentous occasion, the Asan Dental College and Hospital 9th Convocation Ceremony. Today, we celebrate not just the accumulation of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, but also the beginning of new journeys, dreams, and opportunities. Graduates, today is your day. As you sit here in your caps and gowns, you are not just closing one chapter, but opening an exciting one in your journey. The road to this day has paved with long nights of study, countless clinical hours, and moments of triumph as well as challenges. Each of you has shown resilience, passion, and a deep commitment of making a difference in oral health care. You've overcome obstacles, built lifelong friendships, and created memories that will stay with you forever. So, let honor you all this day to cherish your achievements, reflect on your joy, and look ahead for a future filled with endless possibilities. To the proud parents and families here today, this celebration is as much as yours as it is theirs. We honor you for standing by them every step of the way. On the behalf of the graduates and parents, thank you, Honorable Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, Principal Dr. Uma Ranjit, and the faculties for your guidance, mentorship, and belief in these students. Your dedication has nurtured and empowered them to reach this remarkable milestone. So, let us take a moment to applaud the incredible achievements of the graduating class of 2019. This is your day, and the future of dentistry shines brighter because of each and every one of you. Once again, welcome to Asan Dental College 9th Convocation Day celebration. Let's make this a day to remember. I request you all to rise for Tamil Thai Varthu.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Please remain standing. We have the prayer by Dr. Devika.
ചിത്രപീഠത്തിന്മേൽ വന്നിരുന്നാലും നീ എന്നുണ്ണി ഗണപതി
Thank you. Please be seated. It has been our customary tradition of commencing an auspicious occasion with lighting a lamp, as it signifies the victory, often seen as a symbol of the divine, respecting purity, wisdom, and enlightenment. I invite the dignitaries to participate in lighting the lamp. Thank you, dignitaries. With over 35 years of experience in the field of education, Mrs. Shyamla Jayaprakash brings to the table her vast knowledge in managing educational institutions. Under the able guidance of her father, the founder secretary and chairman, Sri A.K. Gopalan, she learned the nuances of building and running various institutions ranging from schools to colleges. She took over the reins of the management as a general secretary in 2011. Since then, her leadership and dedication in administering over 10 institutions has been the backbone of Asan. Ma'am, you continue to inspire us all, and we are honored to have you here today. It is my privilege to invite the esteemed chairperson of Asan Group of Educational Institutions and General Secretary of the Asan Memorial Association, Mrs. Shyamla Jayaprakash, to extend a warm welcome to this wonderful gathering. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Shyamla Jayaprakash to address us.
Good evening, everyone. It's indeed a very, very happy evening for all of us here. The parents, the proud parents, the students, the management, the staff, everyone in the Asan family. And I'm especially happy to welcome our chief guest today, who's a friend as well as a well-wisher of the Asan family, Sashi Kumar. First and foremost, let me extend my heartfelt welcome to as I mentioned, the Sashi Kumar, who's a multimedia journalist, filmmaker, and media entrepreneur. He established AsiaNet, India's first satellite TV channel in Malayalam and statewide cable TV network in Kerala. Throughout his career, Sashi Kumar has received numerous accolades, including the Vijayaraghavan Memorial Award for contribution to journalism in 2007 and the Swadesha Abhimani Award by the government of Kerala in 2012. He gained prominence as a news and current affairs anchor, film critic, and product director of topical features. I also would like to welcome the proud parents and the excited fresh graduates. Graduates, as you embark on this new journey, you will encounter challenges, face uncertainties, and experience moments of doubt. But let me assure you, these obstacles will shape you into better professionals and stronger individuals. Keep learning, stay curious, and embrace innovation. Dentistry, like all fields of medicine, is constantly evolving and staying updated with the latest advancements is crucial for your growth and success. In your pursuit of excellence, never lose sight of the ethics and values that defines this profession. Treat your patients with empathy, integrity, and respect. Your expertise may heal their dental concerns, but your kindness and compassion will heal their spirits. Graduates, whether you choose to specialize, start your own practice, or contribute to research and academia, know that you have the power to make a difference. Go forth with confidence, make your alma mater proud, and most importantly, never stop striving to be the best version of yourselves. Students of Asan are often encouraged to step out of their own radius and get the most of the experience as much as they can. From attending various conferences in and around Chennai and across countries, this recognition highlights the dedication and research excellence of the students in the field of dentistry, encouraged by the teaching faculty. I would like to specially mention, there are many achievements by our dear students here, but I would like to specially mention the outstanding performance of some of our students who passed out. Dr. Aishwarya N, student of the 1822 batch, received the university's first rank for her exceptional academic performance in orthodontics, and Dr. Prakash for his academic excellence in public health dentistry. Achieving top ranks annually has become customary for Asan students. Not forgetting to mention that the overall result of the college has always been meritorious with about 97% pass. Asan Memorial Dental College received Dr. J. Balasubramaniam Memorial Award from BHS as a token of appreciation for organizing regular blood donation camps and supporting the society. Apart from this, our public health department conducts regular dental camps in and around Chengalpet. The department has conducted a total number of 29 camps from January 2024 to December 2024. And the total number of patients screened are 3,900, out of which 1,356 patients received treatment at the campsite. The college is an epicenter for dental health services with over 50 acres of open space and enough amenities. Students succeed in academics and athletics. By providing diverse opportunities for students to showcase their abilities, the institution and faculty have provided increased support. All Asan institutions prioritize ethical diversity, cultural inclusivity, and religious tolerance. The director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, and the principal, Dr. Uma, and all the staff have effortlessly, persistently worked to elevate Asan Dental College and Hospital to this level of excellence. And I think they deserve a big applause from all of us. Once again, congratulations to the graduating class. May your journey be filled with success and fulfillment as we celebrate not only the hard work and dedication of the graduates, but also the unwavering support, love, and sacrifices of your parents. Parents, your encouragement has been the foundation of their success. And today, as they step into a new chapter as dental professionals, your pride shines the brightest. I wish all the new, fresh graduates a very bright future and an excellent career forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's with honor to introduce Dr. Uma Casey, Principal and Head of the Department of Prosthodontics. Ma'am has completed BDS from A.B. Shetty Memorial Institute of Dental Sciences, Mangalore, and post-graduation from Sri Balaji Dental College and Hospital, Chennai. Ma'am initially began her career as a clinician in abroad. Currently being a distinguished academician, her leadership inspires both students and faculty to strive for excellence, ensuring that Asan Dental College remains at the forefront of dental education and research. May I now request our principal, Dr. Uma Casey, to express our gratitude by felicitation of the dignitaries who have graced us with their presence today. Please, ma'am.
First, we extend a warm welcome and heartfelt appreciation to the chief guest, Mr. Shashi Kumar. He has many firsts to his name. From being the first national English newsreader at Delhi Doordarshan Kendra to starting India's first private television channel and the first exclusive journalism college on the lines of the Columbia School, Mr. Shashi Kumar has done several path-breaking things in his life. I invite the chairperson and general secretary, the thriving force and the embodiment of all institutions of Asan Memorial Association, Mrs. Shyamala Jayaprakash, to felicitate the chief guest, Mr. Shashi Kumar. Ma'am, please. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. Thank you, ma'am. The esteemed director of Asan Dental College, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, with vast experience in clinical practice, research, and administration, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi has played a crucial role in shaping Asan Dental College into a center of excellence. Her visionary leadership and dedication to student success have been instrumental in fostering an environment of innovation, ethical practice, and professional growth. Dr. Lakshmi Ravi's contributions extend beyond academics as she actively engages in initiatives that enhance community oral health care and professional development. Her commitment to excellence, integrity, and continuous improvement has significantly elevated the Asan Memorial Dental College's reputation in the field of dental science. I am privileged to invite our director to felicitate the board of members. Ma'am, please. Mrs. Shyamala Jayaprakash, the chairperson and general secretary of Asan Memorial Association. Ma'am's leadership continues to inspire and guide the Asan Memorial Association in its mission to provide quality education and contribute positively to society. Dr. Gautam Babu, the Joint Secretary of Asan Memorial Association and an inspiration to all of us. Thank you, Director Ma, and thank you, Board of Members, for your support and encouragement by gracing your presence on this occasion. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Having Mr. Shashi Kumar as our esteemed chief guest for today's event is a privilege and a delight. Mr. Shashi Kumar is a distinguished print and a multimedia journalist, filmmaker, and a media entrepreneur whose immense contributions to the media landscape has made a lasting impact. He founded and chairs the Media Development Foundation, which runs the prestigious Asian College of Journalism, the premier institution for journalism education in South Asia. He has received many awards for his journalistic work. As one of the earliest newscasters in English on national television with Doordarshan, Mr. Kumar's career spans a remarkable range of roles from the Middle East correspondent for The Hindu to news anchoring to Radio Bahrain. He has anchored and produced numerous shows and documentaries, leaving a mark on Indian television. He has also appeared in a few feature films in Malayalam. In 1992, he pioneered the launch of AsiaNet, India's first satellite TV channel in Malayalam, and established the country's first statewide cable TV network in Kerala, revolutionizing the regional media landscape. His His 2004 directorial venture, Kayat Tarun, based on 1984 anti-Sikh riots and the 2002 Gujarat riots, garnered widespread acclaim. Mr. Sashi Kumar is a co-founder and a chairman of Asiaville Interactive, launched in 2019 as a multimedia, multilingual digital media tech in the infotainment space, which currently has 3 verticals: Tamil, Malayalam, and Hindi. This has further cemented his reputation as a leader in the media tech industry. He frequently voices on topical issues, particularly those involving the media, and he wrote a regular column for the Frontline called Unmediated, which also happens to be the title of the first volume of a book released by the Tulikia Books, which includes his essays and articles. Sir, we are truly grateful to have you today with us. Your presence is an inspiration, and we look forward to hearing your valuable thoughts. Please join me in welcoming our chief guest, Mr. Sashi Kumar.
Chairperson and General Secretary of the Asan edifice, educational complex of the Asan schools and colleges, Amala Jayaprakash, the Director of the Asan Dental College, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, Principal Dr. Uma, the Babu, faculty and staff of the Asan institutions, including the Dental College, the expectant faces of those who are to graduate today and become dentists out there in the real world, their parents, kith and kin and well-wishers. It's indeed a privilege, as always, for me to be associated with the remarkable story of furthering education by the Asan complex of institutions. I am no expert in medicine, and therefore not in dentistry either. But I can see the chemistry, the sense of expectancy. I can feel the fervor and the aspiration of the young faces who will, in their own ways, I am sure, become important fellows of the profession of dentistry, and in their own ways blaze new trails, break new paths in their chosen profession. A solemn occasion like this demands an element of solemnity, no doubt, but I can't help thinking aloud at this point that dentistry, more than most other professions in the broad ecosphere of medicine, has had some kind of short shrift in terms of public perception and the way it is received in the general public. I'm thankful that we have a formal procedure of a convocation where you are stamped as dentists. Will go out there to study further or practice as you choose to. Because dentistry, to the mind of the common man, at its simplest level is about extracting teeth. And in Tamil Nadu, we've had this very strange phenomenon a couple of years back in 24, I think, where we had an ASP in Ambasamudram who should have been a dentist but turned out to be a policeman and practiced dentistry on some suspects by extracting their tooth in police custody, about 15 of them. All of you must have read about this. He was an assistant superintendent of police. It struck me that unlicensed dentistry of that order should be really clamped down upon by society and by the people, and certainly by the media. Dentistry is also taken rather loosely by the media, where I come from, because if you look at television advertisements, while the ethics of medicine prevent self-publicity or advertising, so to speak, you will find people dressed up as dentists with a white coat, recommending various toothpastes and various ways to protect your teeth or give you a flashy white smile. They take liberties with it, unlike, say, in other fields of profession. Dentistry is also important because it is capturing popular imagination in terms of mass media, for instance. We speak about gold teeth. There was a film, many of you may be young to think about this. There was a film of James Bond, one of his earlier films, titled The World Is Not Enough, where the main villain was a man with all of golden teeth. It looked like a very enticing prospect to have all golden teeth, but I'm sure it must be very uncomfortable for the person having them, probably more delightful for the visitors, for those who see it. Likewise, the idea of good teeth is of course different from the idea of well-advertised teeth, as I'm sure as dentists you know and you will agree. There has been a premium on the whiteness of teeth, the flashy whiteness of teeth. It has been commoditized. It has become a consumer idea that the whiter your teeth and the brighter your smile, the better you get on in life. It's seen as equivalent to success in life. It's not necessarily a medical premise. It's a social premise. It's an advertising premise. And therefore, you will find the idea of a white smile is very important. It's interesting that we are in a culture, like many other cultures like Micronesia and so on, where the idea of the white teeth itself was not the given. In traditional Indian aesthetics, for instance, the idea of teeth which choose pan, for instance, what you call betel leaf stained teeth, in women particularly was seen as a sign of beauty, not so much white teeth. In Micronesia and some other places, there was the actively cultivated culture of black teeth. They went to great extents to convert beautiful white teeth into black color, into beautiful black color. In other words, the idea of whiteness and beauty is not necessarily as simple and as given as we accept it in daily life. There have been different cultures which have looked at the cosmetic aspect of this differently. However, dentistry and the well-being of teeth or all that's in your mouth is not about the whiteness of teeth alone, as of course, as young dentists, you are very aware of. It's about being the part of your health. It's part about hygiene. It's about medical hygiene. And therefore, at the same time, there's a greater connect, I believe, in this segment of medicine, in this segment of health, with the people, with their ideas of beauty, with their aspiration of success, with their idea of what is enduring, with their idea of aesthetics and so on, unlike perhaps other aspects of medicine. And that makes this very, very important and different. As we know, in the United States, this is a buoyant vertical in the medical profession, dentistry. Dentists are in big demand. You need to fix appointments sometimes in weeks or months ahead in order to see a dentist. It's in big demand everywhere for different reasons. I was fascinated. Before that, some of you might have, even in literature, the idea of the white teeth is a continuing narrative. There's a thread, a continuing thread. Some of you may or may not have heard or read of Zadie Smith's novel called The White Teeth, where the idea of teeth recurs throughout the book. Zadie Smith is a very well-known novelist, and this particular book, which I've read years back, is based in London. It's about different cultures, multiculturalism in the London context, where different races and ethnicities come together. And the idea of the white teeth is the standard gold bar, shall we say. And that metaphor continues throughout the book in different forms and shapes. I recommend that as young journalists, this might be a novel when you get time off from your professional work or reading to catch up with. It's interesting that when we speak about the modern world, there is a big tension between some of our contemporary habits, particularly of the younger generation. The fizzy drinks, for instance. I'm not naming any label, or the kind of food, the quick food, which apparently have a very adverse impact on teeth. So when you're dealing with teeth, you're not just dealing with medicine. You're dealing with a cultural context. You're dealing with a habit. You're dealing with a market behavior. You're dealing with commodities. You're dealing with the idea of consumerism, which again makes dentistry fascinatingly different. Human teeth, jaws, and mouth are not, as researchers have pointed out, adapted to the diet of modern industrial societies. And the idea of tooth decay, in fact, begins in some form with the advent of sugar-rich diet at a particular context in our history. Looking back across several centuries, researchers point out that cavities, there was just less than 2% of the people of the population then had cavities about 20,000 years ago. Why is that? Because they were traditional foragers, they were hunter-gatherers. They ate protein, they ate food which needed cavity exercise and mouth exercise and mouth muscle stress. Like the Australian Aboriginals, even as recently as 1940s, showed that their teeth were kept in perfect order. Their teeth hygiene was fantastic. Their teeth was, one part of their body which had no problem was their teeth and their mouths, because they continued this practice to some extent. The deterioration, point out anthropologists and historians, with the arrival of farming nearly 13,000 years ago, when you find that nearly 9% of the Neolithic people who were into farming, unlike their forebears who were into hunter-gatherers, they had the problem of cavity, as against 2% earlier, because they started consuming largely carbohydrate food. And chewing stress, which was to stimulate the growth of the alveolar bone, which for the dentists or for the non-dentists here, the thin layer of bone surrounding the roots of the teeth, which makes children's lower jaws grow well without or with little overbite or what's called malocclusion. So when ancient Egyptians closed their jaws, the upper and lower incisors, that is, the incisors are the four front teeth, upper and lower, connected in an edge-to-edge bite with good spacing between the teeth. As against this, people today eating softer food have kinds of scissors configuration, where the bite in which the upper incisors protrude over the lower ones because the lower jaw is smaller than the upper one. So I'm just talking about the big change that takes place over centuries in the form of our teeth, in the form of our mouth, etc., which is also, to some extent, determined by our eating habits, by our farming habits, by our cultivation habits, by our food habits. In Europe, less than 10% of the people had cavities until Alexander the Great brought sugar to Greece. That was in the 4th century BC. That is 4th century before the Christian era, or what you earlier called 4th century before Christ. So cavities, the problem of cavities rose dramatically in Greece, and then in Rome, and then to other parts of Europe. But there was a steep rise in this whole cavity incidence in the population between the years 1800 and 1850, when Great Britain was in control of the West Indies and imported a lot of sugar. In fact, encouraged the cultivation and import of sugar. So sugar plantations, sugar cultivation became widespread. And in fact, sugar cultivation is an ancillary or a corollary of the Industrial Revolution because it needs machines of an order that earlier agriculture did not need. And therefore, sugar accelerated the Industrial Revolution. And by 1874, Britain was already dropping the tax on sugar, and so it was available across Europe, not just across Europe, across classes as well. Even the poorer people could have access to sugar, and sugar became a wide part of the daily diet. And to add to that, refined sugar came into being because of the use of machinery and the ease with which you could refine sugar. And that was antagonistic to the idea of good teeth. Because refined sugar alters the pH, or potential of hydrogen of 5.4 and makes saliva more acidic. And so by the mid-20th century, it's a wide range across Europe. Between 50 to 90% of the population had cavities. I mean, the history of cavities is a fascinating story in that sense. This improves marginally in the 1970s when water was fluoridated. That is, water was treated with fluoride in the public water supply to prevent tooth decay. I don't know if that's practiced in India. Here, water is chlorinated, but in many of these European countries, water was fluoridated. They added fluoride so that it also helped the health of your teeth. And then in the latter 20th century, much closer to our times, overcrowding of teeth and malocclusion, that is what you call the abnormal alignment of the upper and lower teeth, was on the rise. Was spiking, literally speaking. Because our jaws are underdeveloped because of softened, processed food which we take, which does not provide or need chewing stress to stimulate normal growth of jaw in childhood. So you find the idea in my recounting all this is to trace quickly the difference from hunter-gatherers, those who are foraging for food, to agriculture, to the Industrial Revolution, to the advent of refined sugar and processed food in the 1980s, and evolution, therefore, in the normal sense, being overtaken by food habit distortions. In other words, dentists have their job cut out for them. History and the evolution process itself has to an extent been distorted, and you are going to be players in that field where you will correct this distortion to a large extent, I believe. You will provide alternatives, you will provide correctives, you will provide solutions, you will provide answers. And one can't, of course, underestimate the importance of good teeth, along with all that goes with it in dentistry. Because, again, in the popular mind, there are two chairs which are seen as very, very important in the human psyche. One is the dentist chair, which you approach with some sense of dread because you always assume it's a chair of pain, of discomfort, however nice or charming the dentist might be. And the other is the psychiatrist chair. It's not so much a chair, it's a couch, where you get rid of all your phobias and fears. In no other aspect of medicine is a chair so important, right? Struck me as very unique. So you are, in other words, at that straddling point, at the cusp, where you are dealing with culture and habit and people in their everyday lives, in terms of their everyday concerns. When you go to a dentist, you are not going to a medical practitioner in the strict sense of the term, and which is a good thing. You are going to somebody who you hope will be a friend, someone who will give pain relief, someone who will make your teeth look good, someone who is, if he's also into cosmetic dental surgery, make your teeth look lovely, so that every time you flash a smile, you get a contract or an award. So this is the difference in where you are and what you are. I'm sure you're aware of this, but as someone from the outside, I thought this was a thought I could share with you. Dr. Shyamala mentioned the importance of when you go out into the world to make life better for those who will come to you. They come to you sometimes with pain, sometimes with aspiration for a better teeth and better smile and better prospects, sometimes with uncertainty. Therefore, the psychiatric element is already a part of your job when you see your patient in your chair, which the psychiatrist himself can't replicate because he or she knows no dentistry. So that is the uniqueness of what you are going to do, and I have no doubt that you will not just fulfill this role expected of you, but surpass yourself in that process. I'm once again very, very happy to be here on this momentous occasion for you, particularly the graduates. My warmest and heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. Go out there and make that difference. And I hope sooner rather than later, I will be in one of your chairs for many of my teeth which are in need of dire attention. Thank you very much and all the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Primum non nocere, meaning first do no harm, is often the original Hippocratic oath. Practice two things in dealing with disease: either help or do not harm the patient, arguably is the best known text of the Hippocratic school. The Hippocratic Oath is a pledge traditionally taken by physicians to uphold ethical standards in their practice. I thereby request our Honorable Director of Asan Dental College and Hospital, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, to lead the graduates in reciting the oath.
I request the graduates to please stand up. Place your arms and please repeat behind me. I swear to fulfill, to the best of my ability and judgment, this covenant. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains
of those physicians in whose step I walk, and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as humanity, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may overweigh the surgeon's knife. I will not be ashamed to say, I know not, nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for a patient's recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients and their problems disclosed to me. I will remember that I am treating a human being whose illness may affect his family personally and financially. My responsibilities includes these related problems. I will prevent disease whenever I can, and I will remember that I remain a member of a society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings. If I do not violate this oath, may I enjoy life and my profession, respected while I live and remembered with affection thereafter. May I always act to preserve the finest tradition of my calling. And may I have the wisdom to tread with care in matters of life and death. Above all, I must not play God. You may sit. Thank you, graduates.
So, graduates, take a deep breath, soak in this moment, and get ready to walk to proudly receive your certificates. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Let's make this an unforgettable celebration. Dr. Bisha Mary Biju. Dr. Kokhilavani V. Dr. Bharatvarshan S. Dr. Tabriz Akhtar S.
Dr. Bharati S.S. Dr. Bhavani J. Dr. Balasundari B. Dr. Sharmila S. Dr. Baby Priya K. Dr. Abhinav. Dr. Agasta Reggie Bell A.J. Dr. Aditi Sri R. Dr. Ashika J. Dr. Adlin Shidu S. Dr. Arita J. Dr. Agalya R. Dr. Anushri Binu. Dr. Akash M. Dr. Anusha C.R. Dr. Aliona Gladwin. Dr. Anantakrishna S.
Dr. Amrita S.S. Dr. Anaga C. Dr. Kotish S.R. Dr. Brinda V. Dr. King Adams S. Dr. Daffodil T. Dr. Kirti H. Dr. Deepika P. Kutan. Dr. Kavya Ramesh B. Dr. Dhanashree S. Dr. Kavya K. Dr. Dinesh S. Dr. Karthikeyan R. Dr. Dorcas Lily D. Dr. Jyoti Priya V. Dr. Famita Sahar A. Dr. Jeffin D. Dr. Gayatri K. Dr. Jeffilla Gracelyn M. Dr. Gayatri S. Dr. Janani J. Dr. Girita Sri A.P. Dr. Aishwarya R. Dr. Harish H. Dr. Hari Prashant K. Dr. Harini P. Dr. Priyadarshini S. Dr. Lakshmi Prabha G. Dr. Pranita C.R. Dr. Latif Ibn Shahid. Dr. Pondurai Arasan. Dr. Lakshmi B.K. Dr. Niveda Sri T. Dr. Madhumita D. Dr. Niveda V. Dr. Madhuri Sneha T. Dr. Nityashri S. Dr. Manjushri V. Dr. Nitya M. Dr. Manodisha V. Dr. Nikhil Krishna A. Dr. Madangi S. Dr. Nandumon S. Dr. Megha A.J. Dr. Monisha B. Dr. Melissa Sarah George. Dr. Monica G. Dr. Mohana P. Dr. Mohita Sudan. Dr. Mohana Priya K. Dr. Yarini V. Dr. Priyanka V. Dr. Vikashini M. Dr. Ranilsha R. J. Raj. Dr. Vignesh Balaji B. Dr. Reshma G. Das. Dr. Varsha R. Dr. Ria Annie Chaco. Dr. Susvika Suresh Kumar. Dr. Ruchal Abhisha Bindu PA. Dr. Shushmita S. Dr. Samuel Selvan V. Dr. Sandra Suresh. Dr. Sridevi R. Dr. Serafina Julia S. Dr. Sneha Sunil. Dr. Shibila Hamid. Dr. Sneha Joyan Joseph. Dr. Shivani P.S. Dr. Sneha V.P. Dr. Shrija C. Dr. Sneha K.M. And finally, Dr. Shundar K.P. Thank you, graduates. Thank you, dignitaries. It is now time to recognize the outstanding academic excellence among our dental graduates. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our esteemed director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, to announce the academic achievements of the graduates.
Good evening to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, parents, colleagues, and my dear graduates. I can see a lot of happy faces. As we come to the conclusion of a 5-year journey, there have been many achievements and many disappointments as well. We have come each overcome each one of them. I should say that each one of you all are very special in many ways and have added immense value to Asan. Now for the awards, as we come to the first awards, it's Academic Excellency Award. There are two candidates, both equally good and having totaled over 3,000 marks out of 3,600. I think they need a round of applause for that. The first person I would like to call is Dr. Dhanashri. I request the dignitaries on the dais to please hand over the awards. Dhanashri has got 19 distinctions out of 19 subjects that she has written. 319 is a total. She is also the first rank for dental materials, university first rank, and for preclinical prosthetics. Thank you, Dhanashri. The second person I would like to call is Serafina. Serafina holds 18 distinctions out of 19, totaling a whopping 3,037 marks out of 3,600. First rank in anatomy, first rank in physiology, and expecting the first rank in oral medicine, which will be announced during the next graduation. Thank you, Serafina. The next award is for students who show exemplary leadership skills, steering their entire batch towards a single goal of completing this academic course. Most of their time is spent in staff rooms hearing a earful, especially from me. We have 3 students in this category. I request Dr. Kirti to come on stage. She has been the class representative from first year to 5th year, many times giving up hope on our batch. Thank you, Kirti, for so much. Next, I request Dr. Vignesh Balaji to come on stage. He has given up his post several times, but we have compelled to ask him to stay on. Thank you, Vignesh. Next, I request Dr. Harish to come on stage. He's a favorite of all the juniors. There are not many juniors here to cheer you today. He is one of the Union Council members, the Cultural Council member as well. The last award for the day is the Best Outgoing Student Award. I can hear a lot of heartbeats here itself. It's very difficult to select just one person out of 100 students. Again, we have 3 students who have shown extraordinary courage in difficult times. Never once in their journey with Asan they have let us down. They have excelled in studies, cultural activities and sports equally. Compassionate and empathetic, they are true ambassadors of Asan. I request Dr. Yalini to please come on stage. Yalini is also the topper for the fourth. Yalini is also the topper for the final year, expecting 2 ranks for the 4th year, especially in orthodontics. Next, I request Dr. Lakshmi Prabha to please come on stage. Finally, the favorite of all and the best outgoing student who's excelled in sports as well as culturals is Dr. Abhinav Unikrishnan. Congratulations to all the graduates. I wish you all success in everything that you all do ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations, graduates. A farewell speech reflects on the graduate's journey, acknowledges achievements, and offers words of encouragement for the future. The student president, Dr. Dhanashree, will now deliver the valedictory speech.
Good evening, our respected chief guest, Shri Sasikumar, Dr. C.K. Ravi, President, Mrs. Shyamala Jayaprakash, General Secretary, Dr. Gautam Babu, Joint Secretary, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, Director, Dr. Uma Ranjit, Principal, esteemed faculties, proud parents, and fellow graduates. I stand before you today as the graduate of class of 2019. It's a journey of 5 years, which is 60 months, 1,825 days. You would think that's a long time, right? But somehow, when we are in dental school, time doesn't move in a straight line. It sprints, stumbles, drags, and sometimes just stands completely still while all your questions on life's choices. Year 1, we all walked in bright-eyed, full of ambition, maybe a little scared. First anatomy lab. Absolute chaos, memorizing all bones, arteries, and veins. Sure easy until you realize they have their own notches, grooves, and ridiculous names. Year 2, we started feeling a bit smarter until pathology humbled us. Suddenly, everything was a disease. Headache could be a brain tumor. Tired, probably leukemia. Friends stopped asking us for medical advice because we diagnosed them everything fatal. Then came clinical years. There, the point where you go from books to real patients. The first time taking a history felt like an interrogation. The first cavity preparation was overwhelming. But little by little, things started making sense. We learned not just medicine, but how to talk to people, how to comfort them, and sometimes how to accept that we don't have all the answers. By the final year, we were running on caffeine, hope, and a collection of half-finished study notes. Exam felt endless, but somehow we pushed it through. And now, here we are, looking back at 5 years that tested us and shaped us. Today marks a great, significant milestone in our life's graduation. We have watched our seniors wear their caps and gowns and deliver these very speeches, hugging their families and teachers. Now looking around, we are wearing gowns, our families are sitting there, and all board around us says class of 2019, and the moment is ours. I felt so good when I heard my name announced with the prefix doctor. My heart raced, adrenal pumping, and it felt euphoric. I want to take a moment to talk about a beautiful woman who played a huge role in making this college what it is now. It's our director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, ma'am. Now, when you hear the word director, you might picture someone sitting in a big office signing all the papers and making important decisions. Yes, apart from this, I could picture ma'am as a guardian angel guiding us throughout all these 5 years. I could also picture ma'am with camera taking pictures of all our event and making everything memorable. Ma'am, you not only taught us cephalometrics, also the great life lessons, ma'am. Thank you so much. I also want to thank our principal, ma'am, Dr. Uma Ranjit. Apart from prosthodontics, you taught us discipline and calmness, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. To our professors and mentors, your guidance and mentorship have ignited our passion and broadened our horizons. We thank the management for their unwavering support to make our study and stay at Asan a happy one. We never imagined we would get such a grand graduation day. Thanks for the management once again. We owe a debt of gratitude to our families, whose unwavering love and support have been our constant anchor. To my fellow graduates, be like zirconia and composite resin, as life requires strength and endurance to overcome challenges. Like nickel titanium, adapt to new situations which are crucial for growth. Like dentin bonding agent, create strong relationships and emotional bond that provides support and stability. Be like regenerative biomaterials, life is about healing from hardships and rebuilding ourselves. Like the evolution of dental material, life is about continuous learning and improvement, evolving with experiences and embracing changes. Congratulations, class of 2019. Anyways, don't be a stranger. Text me about the new friends you make. Call me when you need someone to talk to. Invite me to your weddings and baby showers. Wave at me when we pass each other on the road. As we embark on this new chapter, let's carry the lessons learned and friendship made, knowing that while today marks the end of one chapter, it is also the beginning of the next chapter. Let's celebrate this momentous occasion and embark this exciting new chapter with confidence. The future is bright and it is ours to shape. We, class of 2019, will make Asan proud everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tanushree, for such a wonderful speech. As we come to the closure of the ceremony, it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this event a grand success. To do this honors, I now invite Dr. Nandita, Head of the Department of Periodontology, to express the vote of thanks.
It is indeed a surreal experience and an honor to be delivering the vote of thanks for the 9th annual convocation commemorating the dental graduates of Asan Memorial Dental College and Hospital. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Asan Memorial Dental College and Hospital to Shri Shashikumar, Chairman Media Development Foundation and Asian College of Journalism, who despite his ornate schedule has graced this special occasion and enlightened the audience with his captivating oration. I take this opportunity to thank the management of Asan institutions, our President Dr. C.K. Ravi, General Secretary Mrs. Shamala Jay Prakash, and Joint Secretary Dr. Gautam Babu for their unfailing and continuous support to the institution. I would be failing in my duty if I forget to thank our Academic Director, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, our Principal Professor Dr. Uma Ranjit, and our Vice Principal Dr. Ajay Kumar for spearheading the program and their diligence in orchestrating the grand success of this ceremony. A heartfelt thanks to all the heads of the departments, teaching and non-teaching staffs who have been the driving force for our graduates' achievements. Thanks to all the parents, guardians, and siblings of our graduates who are present here today for being their much-needed support system. And also to the Convocation Committee who have left no stone unturned to ensure the smooth running of this program. A heartfelt thanks to Hilton Hotel to having provided a spectacular ambience to host this proud moment. Last but not the least, my heartfelt thanks to the heroes of today's ceremony, our graduating batch, who have made Asan Memorial Dental College and Hospital proud with their achievements. Finally, I thank God Almighty, without whose blessings we could not have sculpted this historical moment. I would like to end by quoting these words. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. It should help improve the lives of others and for leaving your community and the world in a better state than you found it. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Nandita. Graduates, parents, and faculty, let us all join our hands together to give a round of applause to our director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi. Ma'am has personally been and given every single minute of hers in micro-monitoring to orchestrating the entire event, leading to its spectacular success. Thank you so much, ma'am. All rise for national anthem.